Hi everyone, and welcome to this new moon reading for March 21st, 2023. The new moon in sidereal Pisces happening at 6 degrees. Otherwise, we're celebrating the beginning of the astrological new year in Western astrology as the sun entered Aries on the 20th. Okay, so I have pre-shuffled 3 piles of oracle cards, and I did also randomly draw for these cards as well, but we're going to use these to pick our piles today. So pile number 1, I drew the Dragonfly. You bring light to this world. Pile 2, we have Wishes Come True. Rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. In pile 3, we have the Tree of Life. True wisdom and making good choices in life. There we go. Okay, so we'll start with pile number 1. I'll put timestamps down below, and we'll see you in your selected pile. Thanks. All right, hello, pile 1. You chose the Dragonfly. You bring light to this world. We'll take a look at your oracle cards here, starting with our Mystical Wisdom Oracle card. We have New Beginnings. Begin your new life. No joke. Wow. So we're here at the new moon and the new year. It's a beautiful time. We have this phoenix rising from the ashes. Perhaps it's been a rough couple of months for you. I know winter was an especially trying time for me. I'm very much looking forward to this new start, this new beginning. So let's take advantage of all the energy we have at our disposal and make sure we set our intentions in the right direction for all the things we want to manifest. Set your mind on what you want to attract, not what you don't want to attract. So let's keep those energies high and those thoughts positive. Next, we'll look at our Angels and Ancestors Oracle. We have Archangel Raphael, Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. We also have the Caduceus there, the staff of Mercury or Hermes. Could have strong Gemini or Virgo in your chart or be working with those energies. But it looks like a time for, again, resuscitation, revitalization, rebirth with the Phoenix rising there. Like I said, some of you could be coming out of a particularly difficult time. So we're talking mental, physical, and spiritual healing available to you now. Next, we'll take a look at your medicine card. We have the Mouse, number 20. I don't think I've drawn this one in a reading before. I'll be curious to read about it. Okay, the title of this card is Scrutiny. The summary is, Mouse, if I could see the world through your tiny eyes, maybe then I would know how to scrutinize. Every detail carries weight, and true to its purpose, has its perfect puzzle place to stop the three-ring circus. And then the Medicine Guardian says, be open to healing information. And the synopsis of that card is that healing information is coming your way, something that's going to help you move beyond whatever affliction you were suffering from. So maybe scrutinizing the information that's coming towards you, getting some detail that's going to unlock the future for you here. Let's see what the book says. It says, I will touch everything with my whiskers in order to know it. Paradoxically, this is both a great power and a great weakness. It is good medicine to see up close. It is good medicine to pay attention to detail, but it is bad medicine to chew every little thing to pieces. Mouse has many predatory enemies, including birds, snakes, and cats. Since mouse is food for many, it has a highly developed sense of danger at every turn. So-called civilization is a highly complex set of components which calls for more and more organizational skills and scrutiny to detail every year. Mouse is a powerful medicine to have in these modern times. Things that might appear insignificant to others take on enormous importance to mouse. Mouse people anger many other medicine types because they appear to be nitpickers. Mouse people will spot the lint on your coat even if it matches in color. They will try to convince you that the simplest task is fraught with difficulty. They are fixated on methodology. They sort and categorize and file away for later use. They may seem like they are hoarding, but this is the farthest thing from Mouse's mind. They are merely putting everything in order so that they will be able to explore it more carefully at a later date. The chiefs tell us that without Mouse there would be no systemization of knowledge. Mouse ended Renaissance man and hearkened the age of specialization. Mouse knew from the very beginning that there is always more to learn. One can always delve deeper and deeper and deeper. If your personal medicine is mouse, you may be fearful of life, but very well organized, with a compartment for everything. You should try to see a larger picture than the one staring you in the face. Develop largesse of spirit. Try to become aware of the great dance of life. Realize that even though you may be sitting in Los Angeles, there's also a New York, a moon, a solar system, a galaxy, and an infinite universe. Jump high, little friend, you will glimpse the sacred mountain. If mouse is in your card spread, its medicine is telling you to scrutinize. Look at yourself and others carefully. Maybe that big hunk of cheese is sitting on a trigger that will spring a deadly trap. Maybe the cat is in the pantry waiting for you. Maybe someone to whom you have delegated authority, such as a doctor, a lawyer, even a plumber, is not doing the job faithfully. The message is to see what is right before your eyes and to take action accordingly. Okay. Next, we're going to move on to your archetype card here. The Underworld. Interesting. 48. Okay. All right, I did mention, like, in the northern hemisphere, it's like we're almost coming out of the underworld. We're coming out of the darkness, and now the days are getting longer, and we're coming into the light, and we're ready to start anew. But we had to pass through the underworld first in order to be reborn, in order to heal. So the card is titled The Nightmare, the Ordeal, the Bottom. There is no time to mince words. The archetypal territory of the underworld is fraught with nightmares, suffering, and pain. It is the darkest shadow realm which we try vigilantly to avoid or deny at any cost. Try as we might, the darkness pulls us into its depths through disturbing dream images, unexpected accidents, illness, war, conflict, and ultimately death. Not visiting the underworld or denying its existence altogether is what gives it dangerous power. Traversing its forces us to bow humbly to the greater forces that be, while summoning the inner strength we previously underestimated. Take solace that the underworld subsumes everyone from time to time, making us deeper friends, more intimate partners, soldiers of light amid our shadowy times. Facing darkness and choosing light is the most profound calling of all. The side notes say one of the earliest stories on record is that of the goddess Inanna's descent. Turns out descending into the underworld is as old as time itself. Yeah, so the return of spring indicates Persephone's return to the surface after spending several months in the underworld with Hades. And so search for images on a map of Dante's Inferno. What does the story of epic descent stir in you? So this also kind of, to me, talks about the hero's journey, descending into the cave, to the inner self, doing the shadow work. Perhaps that's what you've been engaged in these past few months. So when it's light, it's bravery, depth, facing of deepest fears. When dark, denial, suppression, evil, and unconsciousness. And then go deeper, read Meeting the Shadow, edited by Connie Zweig and Jeremiah Abrams. Okay. So I will be releasing also, in conjunction with this reading, an astrology breakdown and the lunar nakshatra in which this new moon is taking place is ruled by a deity that connects us to the subconscious, to the whole. And the Eight of Cups is the ruling card of this new moon. So it has to do with a journey coming out of the underworld, having faced those shadows, and going into the unknown, into the darkness, bravely going. Okay, let's look at our astrology card here. We have Pluto. Speaking of Hades, there's Pluto. Transform. Change is coming. So after having spent several weeks in the cocoon, the caterpillar is ready to emerge the butterfly. But in order to do that, we have to sacrifice things about our old self, that shadow part of ourself. We have to say goodbye to it. Again, scrutinizing maybe the details of our history, where we've been, where we've come from. And that is going to help us realize what is no longer serving us. What do we need to get rid of, and we can't bring with us into this new beginning. Okay, because remember, we started this with the dragonfly. You bring light to the world. You're carrying this torch through the darkness. Just like the hermit carries the light of the star in his lantern. But through this descent, I mean, you have a light that never goes out inside of you. And so we are using that light to transform the darkness into healing energy. And on the final one we have for the Queen of the Moon card is Peace. Number 28, the Waning Crescent. Looks like a lot of peace, inner peace and healing, relaxation. So I feel as though for Pile 1, all of this darkness is in the past. This is truly what we started the reading with, is new beginnings. You're ready to move forward. You've had maybe come to peace with some trauma in your past, or some part of yourself, forgiving yourself for whatever it is that you allowed in the past. There was a shadow aspect of who you were that let that behavior persist. But Pluto's the god of death, the endings, ruling the house of Scorpio and transformation. So there's real change happening for you at a core level this month, and perhaps for the entire season that we are just moving into. Reading from the book here, peace of mind is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. Refuse drama and do not freely engage with people who use drama as a weapon. Stop fighting, allow yourself to rest for a while. When we let what we no longer need go, we make room for peace. I choose to create and hold peace. I allow this to ripple out into the world. So she does have a strong, like a boundary, a bubble that she's created around her mind. That she is the gatekeeper of what thoughts, emotions, feelings come in and out of her space. So maybe that's what the scrutiny of the mouse is. Being more selective of which energies you allow in, what you make time and space for, the quality of the people that you surround yourself with. This is maybe your whole new beginning that you're inviting in. Let's see what your tarot cards have. Got some here to expand. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the King of Fire. Beautiful. So in Western astrology, we do have the Aries season. We're kicking off with this fiery, ambitious, masculine yang energy pushing forward. I mentioned, the Dragonfly bringing light to the world. The King of Wands, the King of Fire, carries that torch. And here we have the fire symbolized in the phoenix as well, rising from the ashes, being remolded and reformed. I'm going to rearrange these. Hang on one second. Okay, here we go. With the tarot cards, number 1, the star. That's beautiful. That is the sign of Aquarius. It's also the card of destiny, following your destined path, embodying who your true self and authentic self is. You're radiating that beam of authenticity and energy. You're just glowing. Hence the dragonfly even has the rays of light coming off, shining bright. You're done with all this darkness. You've done the work. You're healing or healed in the process of that. And when you are, you start to radiate and shine. You even have the rays of the sun behind the King of Fire as well. Okay. Bringing light to the world, being an example for others to follow suit, to help others raise their vibration and realize they don't have to live in this darkness, but it requires real strength and real work to go into the ugly underworld of the mind and find out, dig out the parasites, dig out all the trash that's been polluting you and weighing you down. We have the 5 of Earth next. Okay, so that could be that feeling of insecurity that we have been combating. Maybe feeling that you don't have what it takes to push through this cocoon, to come out on the other side okay, or fear and uncertainty that of the unknown in general. But it could also speak of your ability to give that charity to other people who are less fortunate. You have these 2 figures, this one in doubt and lack, looking towards the star, and the star is looking towards this figure. So I see a partnership here, a helping hand. I see you as the star being able to reach out and lift others up with your energy. Next to that, we have the Queen of Fire. Okay, so Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo being reiterated here. Aries being the leader, of course, the cardinal fire, taking the initiative and then taking action and moving forward. And then we have Leo, of course, living through the heart, living through their authenticity, holding that flame bright within you. And Sagittarius, again, that steady warmth that endures regardless of circumstance. And they are the spiritual journey persons as well. They rule the ninth house of the spirituality, you know. They have been through the shadow work. They are the teachers, the philosophers, the guidance counselors of the rest of the spirit world. And then finally we have the Two of Earth, the Two of Coins. Okay. Maintaining a balance. Again, coming back into that balance. Here we are at the equinox of equal day and night. And we have the scales essentially depicted here in a balancing picture. So again, once we've been down, the only way to go is back up. We've been to the bottom, and now we're returning to the light. The light is overtaking the darkness once again. Okay, let us finish this up, pile one, with some angel cards for you. And I can't see these. I'm just reaching into a giant treasure chest here. So let's see what first comes out. Integrity. Look, she's got the star right on her solar plexus. Much like this Queen of Fire. So integrity is meaning being true to yourself, not compromising yourself or your principles for anyone, but living by your own rules. Freedom. It is quite liberating, you know, when you get out from underneath the yoke and expectations or fears or worries of what others may think or say about you or your lifestyle or how you decide to live. But there is, again, also freedom from this darkness that you've carried for so long. And then we have education. All right, so I feel like a lot of you are leaders. You're meant to be teachers, counselors, mentors. Might have a lot of strong Sagittarius in your house as well. So I feel like you're going to pass your wisdom, your knowledge, your experience on to others, as this star could be getting a lot of attention, taking center stage in some manner, that people are coming to you seeking that wisdom and want to know how you did what you did. Okay, pile one, I wish you the best for this new astrological year, this new moon. Take care, be well, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye. Hi, pile number two. You chose wishes come true, rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. Let's see what that message has in store for you. Let's start with our mystical wisdom oracle. So we have intuition. Trust your intuition. Okay, that third eye chakra could be strengthening for you. You could be getting more clarity, vision, strong detailed dreams, messages coming through in meditation, through your subconscious when you're not paying attention, but that gut feeling you get. Trust your intuition to point you in the right direction, to light the path for you. So if you have a feeling, you know, this is all about your wishes coming true, if you know which direction to go and how to manifest them, I mean, trust your instinct. If it's about, say, an investment or something, then that's what's going to pay off for you, or an invention. And then we have the Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Okay, you could be my magic manifestors this month, pile two. The Magicians could have strong Mercury and Virgo in your chart. We do have that Aries energy coming through for the beginning of the vernal equinox. So we have a lot of initiatory fire happening. And Aries, you know, being the first sign of the zodiac, and the Magician card being the first major arcana. So definitely the stirrings and beginnings of something new that you're manifesting heavily. We have the Dog, number 14. Dogs are all about, I think the title of this card is Loyalty. Yep. The introduction is, Dog, you are so noble until the bitter end. Your medicine is the teaching of true and loyal friends. All of the Southwest and Plains Indian tribes had dogs. Those noble animals would often give warning signs of approaching danger. They helped in the hunt and were a great source of warmth on long winter nights. Since the canine tribe has many breeds, early Indian dogs were usually half wild. This wilderness, however, never diverted the owners of their dogs' innate loyalty. Dog has been considered the servant of humanity throughout history. If a person carries dog medicine, he or she is usually serving others or humanity in some way. Here you will find the charity worker, the philanthropist, the nurse, the counselor, the minister, and the soldier. Dog was the servant soldier that guarded the tribe's lodges from surprise attack. Dog is a medicine that embodies the loving gentleness of best friend and the half-wild protector energy of territorial imperative. Like Anubis, the jackal dog protector of Egypt, dog is a guardian. Throughout history, dog has been the guardian of hell, as well as of ancient secrets, hidden treasures, and babies, while mothers were cooking or in the fields. Dog honors its gifts and is loyal to the trust placed in its care. In examining dog medicine, you might find that you have fond personal memories of owning and loving dog as a pet. The message that dog is trying to give you is that you must delve deeply into your sense of service to others. Canines are genuinely service-oriented animals and are devoted to their owners with a sense of loyalty that supersedes how they are treated. If dog has been yelled at or paddled, it still returns love to the person who was the source of its bad treatment. This does not come from stupidity, but rather from a deep and compassionate understanding of human shortcomings. It is as if the tolerant spirit dwells in the heart of every canine that asks only to be of service. You can also see dogs that have had the loyalty beaten out of them. They cower and cry at the slightest look of disapproval, but this is not their normal nature. Some varieties of dog have even been trained against their nature to be brutal and vicious. Out of a sense of service, these breeds have adopted the attack-oriented desires of their owners. They carry an altered genetic memory of what service means if they are to be approved of by their masters. Dog medicine asks you to look at how readily your sense of loyalty is countermanded by your need for approval. If you have pulled the dog card, there are several questions which you need to consider depending on the situation about which you are asking. 1. Have I recently forgotten that I owe my allegiance to my personal truth in life? 2. Is it possible that gossip or the opinions of others have jaded my loyalty to a certain friend group? 3. Have I denied or ignored someone who is trying to be my loyal friend? Or 4. Have I been loyal and true to my goals? Okay, so only you know the answer to those 4 questions and what's being asked of you to look at deeply this time. So being loyal to your truth, to your goals, your intuition here, having trust and faith in yourself that you have the power and the ability to manifest what it is that you desire to make your dreams come true. Some of you may be manifesting the ability to be of service to others, whether it be in a spiritual or material role to the rest of the world, the rest of humanity, but something is calling you to be of service to others in some capacity. So taking a look at your archetype card, we have Venom, number 43. Now, some of those questions at the end of the dog analysis were asking, have you been loyal to someone maybe who has been toxic to you, essentially? And with the Venom card there, maybe that's what has been holding you back from living your purpose, living your truth. If you have absorbed too much of their venom, that could have taken some of your power away that may have been used to otherwise manifest what it is you've been desiring. Let's read about the Venom card. Okay, the poison, the curse, the toxin. Much to our dismay, the venom is always lurking in the shadows in one form or another. Its toxic presence may be found in our relationships, thoughts, speech, or environment. Thankfully, the cycle of purification and detoxification comes so naturally that it is built into our every exhale. We breathe out carbon dioxide and the plants return it to us as oxygen. Archetypal venom is rarely remedied as easily. However, it can come in potent forms and quantities that are deeply damaging to us and to the world. When the Venom card appears, there is a harmful substance in our psychic realm that must be identified. Perhaps your words have a sting of poison about them. Perhaps a relationship is slowly draining your reserves. Acknowledgement is the first step. Change is the second. The remedy will reveal itself in time, and with it, forgiveness. When light, self-realization through suffering. When dark, unwillingness to find a solution or forgive. Or again, in relation to the dog, maybe being loyal to a fault is at your own detriment. When you harm another, you harm yourself. Keep in mind this goes for our earth as well, with cosmic consequences. The spreading of the venom is like a chain reaction. When we strike our others, it is likely we have ourselves been struck. Break the cycle. Okay, let's move on to your astrology card here, square. a challenging situation and a mountain to climb. So that happens when two bodies, astral bodies, are within a 90-degree angle of one another. So this is, squares also, they force change. So if something, again, has been stagnant, this could be a breaking of a chain. Venom spoke of breaking the cycle, breaking free. Again, trusting your intuition about this situation, this circumstance. If something feels off or unwell, that whether it be a person or a job or a place, then it's time to rid yourself of it, to free yourself. It says unlock the magic within. So again, I get this sense of needing to break free. And then finally, your Queen of the Moon card, change. Wow. Okay. So we started with this very optimistic wishes come true, right? Rapid achievement of your wishes and dreams. Well, I think that happens when you break the chain, when you break the cycle, when you initiate this change. I had that initiatory energy in the beginning with the Magician card. So having to take action. Nobody can make this change but you. This is a full moon, the thunder moon. I believe that happens in June, in the summertime when the heat lightning is pretty fierce and the weather can change quickly and violently. So let's read about this. Okay, so accept change. Life, like the seasons, is about change. Take advantage of change energy. Plan ahead. And we are at the cusp of the change of the seasons. I welcome change and I ride its energy. One of the great truths in life is that change is constant. It is unavoidable and we can resist all we want, but nothing truly stays the same. It is better then to prepare and even direct change by setting intentions and building our personal power from the inside out. So, and the companion stone or metal is serpentine, which makes me think, of course, of the snake shedding its skin, changing, also going with the flow, and everything goes in cycles and rhythms, and the snake, it weaves back and forth in a wave pattern. So there's ups and downs. It's constant motion. So again, there's nothing you can do to hold on to this situation, whatever it is. You're only delaying the inevitable. So it's better, again, to take advantage of the change energy that's upon us and initiate a new direction for yourself. Follow your gut. Be loyal to yourself, to your truth. Clarifiers for pile 2. Get your tarot cards here. Okay. All right. Underneath the deck, we have the World. All right. It's over. We're at the end, baby. It's time to start new. Starting over at 0, the Fool card. We're ready to walk out the door. We're ready to... There's another lock here, right? You have the key. I feel like her horn, her intuition, that's like a key. And we have the keyhole. And this is unlock the magic within. So what are you unlocking? It's like you're breaking your chains. You're unlocking your shackles or the jail cell door. All right. Okay, because I kept coming back to the Magic Guardian card, I'm just going to read about this message first. Stop looking outside yourself and recognize that you have incredible power within. Magic, with a K, is the energy of the universe that allows you to manifest and create through the direction and power of your will. It changes according to your frequency. We just talked about serpentine energy having frequency. And we have the Magic Guardian is a representation of the Angel of Magic who helps you direct your will to bring something into creation. She is the angel who swirls around shamans and wise ones when they are calling on the energy of magic to help them manifest something that will be healing and supportive of their path. She is the angel of all magic and is directed for the highest good of whoever is working with it. Okay, if you are the magic, you are the answer. You have it all within you. If you've been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognize that all that you are looking for is already within you. That's part of your intuition and strengthening it, again, pointing in the right direction. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and will, your desires into being. So this is your magic wand, is your intuition, your third eye. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate yourself to a goal and make it happen is a real gift that you are being guided to recognize now. Perfect. Okay, moving on to the tarot cards, we have the Ace of Water. Beautiful. So we are at the end here in the world, and the Ace is a new beginning. I think you're filling your cup before you're trying to alleviate the thirst of others at this time. Pouring that energy, that love, that sustenance into your own heart, refilling it with faith, intention, energy, will, whatever it is you're dreaming of. Again, it says wishes do come true. I mean, the Ace, the water, is all about the heart, the emotions. What is it you're longing for? So that's what you're aiming for with the Ace. Love. Okay, could be a new relationship, or it could be love of self. Loving and healing of the world. Sharing your love with the world, pouring that cup of water out on everyone else. But first, after taking a drink yourself, so you don't dehydrate, right? Okay. And then we have the Star, another major arcana. Okay, Aquarius, the water bearer. Okay, and she has her own cup. She's, again, pouring that water out for others. Not in this card, but normally she's depicted pouring the water out. But this is the Destiny card. Following the direction, following your truth, your intuition, guiding you on, what is it, the three wise men that were following the guiding star? It's like you're following the stars to your destiny, to the direction you're meant to go, which is healing. And then we have the Queen of Water. Okay, you might have strong Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or just the fact that this new moon is occurring in Pisces, into the depths, reaching deep for that healing, for that truth that's been long suppressed. But again, this is emotion, intuition. I get this feeling of refreshment. Just either being near water, taking spiritual baths, drinking more water, but there's a rehydrating of the soul. Whereas we had in the middle of this, the venom, the square, and then change, right? It's like you were tired of thirsting for love, or whatever it is you were desiring to manifest. And once you finally decide to be truthful to yourself, faithful to yourself, and loyal to your path, that's when your thirst is quenched and your manifestations come through. All right, pile 2, we're going to wrap this up with some angel cards. We have joy. Okay, love and joy. There's celebration here. Awakening, definitely. The sun rising with the sun. Again, we're in the northern hemisphere. The days are growing longer. The light is overtaking the darkness. Awakening to your truth, delight. So joy and delight. There's things to celebrate here. Good company, good friends. Okay, and tenderness. Yes, by being tender with yourself and others. This is how you invite love and light in. Okay, well, there's a lot of beautiful things coming for you to celebrate. Again, once we follow our gut, follow our intuition, realize that you have the power within you to make all these changes happen. It's just a matter of taking action. And what better time than to do it with the sun in Aries. All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you for joining me, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. You chose the Tree of Life, true wisdom, and making good choices in life. Always good advice. We're going to start with your oracle cards, and first we have the Mystical Wisdom Oracle. Originality, blaze your own trail. Beautiful. I love how she's dancing here between the dark and the light. It almost looks like the equinox here, equal dark and light in the imagery. But yeah, definitely dance to the beat of your own drum. That's what's most successful. The most successful people in this world, you do something that no one else has done, or vibrating at your own frequency, giving the world something that they've never seen before. So here we have your Angels and Ancestors card, Mountains. Stand your ground. Yeah, don't be intimidated by others' judgments of you. Forget that. You're strong like the mountain too. You can withstand any kind of criticism or feedback. And next we have the Owl, number 21, the Wisdom. Okay, let's read about that one. All right, so owl means magic, omens, time, and space. Does the truth emerge, casting out deception, silent flight, sacred medicine bird? Title of this card is Deception. Owl medicine is symbolically associated with clairvoyance, astral projection, and magic, both black and white. Owl is called night eagle on several medicine wheels used by the American Indian teachers. Traditionally, owl sits in the east, the place of illumination. Since time immemorial, humanity has been afraid of the night, the dark, and the unseen, waiting fearfully for the first crack of morning light. Conversely, night is owl's friend. Owl hunts its prey at night. Not only can owl see in the dark, it also accurately pinpoint and identify any sound. This gives it a great advantage when seeking food. Owls are the night hunters. Some native people are fearful of owl and call its feathers deceiver feathers. An owl feather is silent. You cannot hear owl when it flies, but its prey definitely knows when it strikes, for its beak and talons are razor sharp. Owl is oftentimes the medicine of sorcerers and witches. If owl is your medicine, you will be drawn to magical practices and perhaps explore the dark arts. You should resist any temptation to practice black magic or any art that takes energy away from another person or being. If you have owl medicine, these night birds will have a tendency to collect around you even in the daytime because they recognize a kinship with you. Is it any wonder that in many cultures owl is a symbol for wisdom? This is because owl can see that which others cannot, which is the essence of true wisdom. Where others are deceived, owl sees and knows what is there. Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom, had a companion owl on her shoulder which revealed unseen truths to her. Owl had the ability to light up Athena's blind side, enabling her to speak the whole truth as opposed to only a half-truth. If owl is your personal medicine, no one can deceive you about what they are doing, no matter how hard they try to disguise or hide it from you. You may be a little frightening to be around since so many people have ulterior motives which you see right through. If you are unaware of your medicine power, you may take your keen insights and abilities for granted. Others never do. You may frighten them and reflect their blindness, for you cannot be fooled. Owl medicine people know more about an individual's inner life than that person knows about herself or himself. If you have pulled the owl card, you are being asked to use your powers of keen, silent observation to intuit some life situation. Owl is befriending you and aiding you in seeing the total truth. Owl can bring you messages in the night through dreams or meditation. Pay attention to the signals and omens. The truth always brings further enlightenment. Okay. Your archetype card is the Ocean. Interesting, as this is a new moon in Pisces, the 12th house, a water sign. And on the moon card, which is one of the major arcana associated with this tarot decan where the new moon is happening, it has to do with the depths of the subconscious. And again, the owl seeing what is unseen, seeing through the depths of the ocean. It looks like two eyes to me. And here we have that dualistic nature illustrated on the cards repeatedly here. We have the mountains, left and right, as above, so below. And same with the originality card. Some of you are my witches, my wizards, very magical and able to walk the middle pillar here, utilizing both sides of the light and the dark to your benefit, or those energies are very strongly balanced within you. All right, so the title of this card is The Unconscious, the Depths, the Incomprehensible. The power of the ocean is unmatched. To step into its salty waters is to step into the unknown. But its sheer volume, the ocean, represents the unconscious, all that is beyond our understanding. We cannot live within the ocean. We cannot claim it, manage it, or own it. It rejects our every attempt to dominate nature. Yet, amid its overwhelming power, it calls to us, inspires us, and invigorates our life on land. It dissolves the little us into the big us. When the energy of the ocean is present, there is a change stirring that is beyond any change you've known before. The ego must dissolve. The saline swells work on your very cells, your fibers, your deepest underlying beliefs. Like Aphrodite, we rise from the ocean's froth, a new being. Life is change. Let the wave crash. When light, deeper than deep, big dreams and discovery. When dark, subsumed, drowned, polluted, and unpredictable. Study waves. Touch their surface. Get in the water no matter where you live. Each drop is part of the whole. The ocean is in every tear. The ocean displays every emotion without shame. To witness its glassy moonlit surface and its unforgiving storms is to know the full spectrum of the human experience. All right. So some of you getting in touch with the subconscious, crossing the void, crossing the abyss of the mind, and descending into a territory, the owl sees what is unseen. Some of you might be tapping into a wealth of depth of knowledge that you've not seen before, or you're expressing that knowledge or just disseminating that in a way never seen before. Okay, let's move on to your astrology card. We have Aquarius. Yeah, that's very much a futuristic card. You know, Uranus, the unpredictable, the unexpected, originality, philanthropy, and progressive imagining. Now we have originality twice. Who are you, pile 3? You're a very unique individual. You may have strong Aquarius in your chart. All right, and finally we have your Queen of the Moon, Wisdom. Unbelievable. So this is very much in alignment with the owl card. Obviously, Athena, the goddess of wisdom, had the owl on her shoulder. But 22 is a master builder number as well. Using your knowledge, your wisdom, whatever it is that you're gathering here and sharing with the world. I think a lot of you may be recognized for that, or you may be a very, in the world of academia, you may be making great strides there as well, but you're being recognized and rewarded for your wisdom. Or just in general, using your wisdom and your expansive knowledge to your advantage. So this card says, wisdom is more than mere knowledge. There may be something you aren't seeing and need to research more thoroughly. Wisdom is gathered, but it takes time. Learn from your experience. You might wish to ask the opinion of a wise mentor if you are uncertain. Okay, so the presence of the owl and the mountain too. People often in their stories of, you know, gurus ascending mountains to gain enlightenment, or meeting a spiritual teacher. So some of you may be encountering someone like that. But it is, I use my knowledge and experience to make wise decisions is the mantra of this card. And here we have true wisdom and making good choices in life. Can't make this up. So take that for what you will. I've got to wrap this up quickly here, unfortunately. I hate to rush, but I'm not going to tell you something you don't already know, apparently, pile 3. We have underneath the deck the 8 of coins, which is Virgo. So again, it could be referring to your work, your life's work, reputation, something expanding in that direction. We have then the 8 of air. So we have 2 8s, the sign of infinity. So again, these feathers falling make me think of the owl feathers, the feathers of deception falling away. The 8 of air typically shows a woman who's blindfolded. It's like some truths are being very much revealed to you, which are going to open up your mind and your perception to things that you never thought possible. Next, we have the 3 of fire. This is the astrological sign of Sun in Aries. So it's also your ships coming in, your blessings, your rewards, things that you have cast for to be manifested are coming back to you at this time. Or again, with this wisdom, you're utilizing it in order to achieve these rewards. And next we have the 7 of air. Okay, so that's moving on, moving away from, it's also known as the card of deception, funnily enough. But I think you're, again, taking the mask off. You're unlocking truths and hidden wisdom about yourself or your world around you. And finally, we have the Ace of Water. Okay, new beginnings. Again, your cup runneth over with blessings. And this could be like the Holy Grail. You know, you're drinking from the cup of life. It could be what you're coming into. All right, finishing up with angel cards, we have spontaneity. All right, that could be rewarding this month, taking spontaneous journeys. Openness, stay open to receiving. And commitment, staying committed to a cause or a goal. Thank you so much, File 3, for joining me. Take care, have a blessed spring, and happy new moon. Bye.